Trump leaves, takes off for his 7:30 p.m. Atlanta arrest tonight. Ex-president prepares to fly to Georgia after ripping into lowlife Fani Willis and claims Tucker Carlson interview got 231 million hits. Donald Trump has left his New Jersey golf club to fly to Atlanta for his arrest in the Georgia election fraud case at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time tonight. The former president's motorcade left Bedminster, New Jersey, and headed to Newark Airport after he claimed his interview with Tucker Carlson, which aired during the first Republican debate, got more than double a typical Super Bowl audience. He also ripped into lowlife Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis as he braces to become the first former president in history to pose for a mugshot and have his height and weight recorded. It is the fourth time he will be booked in 2023 as he faces multiple criminal cases during his run for president. 231 million views, and still counting. The biggest video on social media, ever, more than double the Super Bowl, he wrote on Truth Social just before he was set to leave his Bedminster golf club. But please excuse me, I have to start getting ready to head down to Atlanta, Georgia, where murder and other violent crimes have reached levels never seen before, to get arrested by a radical left, lowlife district attorney, Fani Willis, for a perfect phone call and having the audacity to challenge a rigged and stolen, sick, election. The evidence is irrefutable. Arrest time, 7:30 p.m. His post came hours after Willis requested Trump face trial in Georgia on October 23rd, and as his former chief of staff Mark Meadows surrendered to cops. Willis asked for the date for Trump and the 18 co-defendants to face a judge after indicted lawyer Kenneth Casebro asked for a speedy trial. Her shock request comes as the former president prepares to fly into Atlanta to surrender to cops and pose for a mugshot. Trump has frequently attacked Willis since he was indicted over his bid to try and overturn the election. He told Carlson on Wednesday night that she is getting killed, and language similar to the rhetoric leading up to the Capitol riot. The former president also posted on his social media account while in the motorcade about Willis and rising crime in Atlanta. Why is there so much murder in Atlanta? Why is there so much violent crime? People are afraid to go outside to buy a loaf of bread. One big reason is that failed district attorney, Fani Willis, who is campaigning and fundraising off Get Trump, much like the others, doesn't have the time, money, or interest to go after the real criminals, even the really violent ones, that are destroying Atlanta and its once beautiful culture and way of life. This is yet another sad day in America. He references the investigation launched by House Republicans today accusing Willis of profiting off Trump's criminal case for her campaign. Willis gave Trump and his co-defendants until noon on Friday, August 25th, to voluntarily turn themselves over for booking. Arraignments will follow at the start of September. They knowingly and willfully joined a conspiracy to unlawfully change the outcome of the election in favor of Trump, the indictment says. The 41-count charge against Trump and his 18 co-defendants marks the fourth and latest indictment against the ex-president. Trump was charged with RICO racketeer-influenced and corrupt organizations, a count which is frequently used to try mafia figures, cartel leaders, and gangland bosses. He is also charged with solicitation of violation of oath by a public officer, conspiracy to commit forgery in the first degree, perjury, and a host of other counts. If convicted on all charges, he faces 71 years in prison, and state charges, unlike federal, cannot be pardoned by a president. A handful of Trump's allies have turned themselves into the Georgia prison so far this week, and their mugshots have been released by the Fulton County Sheriff's Office. An October trial date further complicates Trump's schedule as he moves to retake the White House. In late September, there's a second Republican primary debate. Trump chose to snub the first debate, held Wednesday night in Milwaukee, and reportedly will skip the second one too, but he'll also have less than 3 months before the primary contests begin. And October 2nd is the trial date for the Trump Organization $250 million civil fraud suit, filed by New York Attorney General Letitia James. James sued Trump, his business, and his eldest 3 children for fraud, saying the ex-president wildly exaggerated his net worth by billions of dollars, while manipulating property valuations to get tax breaks and better terms on loans and insurance policies. The first primary contest, the Iowa caucuses, is scheduled for January 15th. Earlier Thursday, one of Trump's rivals, former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley, was already pointing out what a time suck all of the ex-president's trials would be, suggesting it would cost him the presidential race. He's going to spend more time in a courtroom than he's going to spend on the campaign trail, Haley said on Fox News Channel.